Ladies and gentlemen, we got a new WWE 2K26 patch. This one does not seem as impactful as maybe you could say the last ones, whether it was for good or bad, but obviously we got a duty to do. Let's go on ahead and get into it, but before we do, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you guys have been enjoying the 2K26 content. Let's go on ahead and get into it. Alright man, so we're gonna do things a little bit different today because there's only 3 patch notes, so we're just gonna throw the face cam on the website. Let's go on ahead and do it, man. General stability and performance improvements. Obviously, we see this almost in every patch, and yes, this game definitely does need some stability and performance improvements. Sometimes the game crashes, the servers are not great sometimes, as you guys see at the bottom, online stability improvements. And with this one, there was reported concerns over the referee placement during matches. So that's also something to go on ahead and go over with the entirety of this patch. Now, it's only 3 patch notes, so there's not a lot. We obviously do know that there are some issues with WWE 2K26, and we know that there's a lot going on and a lot of negativity around this particular game. And it's not really because of gameplay, in my opinion, because yes, gameplay, there's always a couple things wrong with gameplay, but nonetheless with that, we look at what's going on with MyFaction, and a lot of people have complained about MyFaction. So let's go on ahead and talk about the change that they made. Wanted to drop in and let you know that we deployed a server-side update this afternoon that gives players the option in MyFaction to use the wheel minigame in single-player submission matches. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, that is huge in my opinion, because we saw that a lot of people were having issues, and they didn't bring back the held button. They did the wheel minigame, which in my opinion, I don't even really like, to be completely honest. And again, I'm not trying to sound like, bro, this guy just never happy. Nah, I'm not doing that. But the wheel minigame I don't use. I'd rather just use held input, in my opinion. But again, the wheel minigame, it is what it is. Now, I wonder if you bring a casket match, an ambulance match, I wonder how that's going to work, because I don't think the wheel minigame is a part of that. Let me know down below if it is. I may just have not tried it yet, but this is something to go on ahead and note. Now, we all know that there has been a lot of complaints regarding the system and all that 2K has been using because of the accessibility of the system and the disabilities and things like that. So obviously that is very, very well known. So that is something that, you know, they seem to just get in there, get it done real quick. And just going back to the referee placement during the matches, I am glad that that's fixed, because the referees have been disqualifying people since the beginning of this game. Whether you're in showcase, whether you're in whatever other mode, they keep doing that. So that is something as well to keep in mind that they went ahead and fixed. It doesn't really look, again, as impactful, but we all know that this game needs to go on ahead and get a couple things fixed. We are still missing the online matches, which I thought would come back with the online stability note that they put down in the bottom. We're still missing 8-man scrapyard brawls. We're still missing a ton of stuff at the moment that, you know, we don't have currently. So we need to make sure that hopefully 2K brings that back, bro, because I'm definitely going to complain about that till it's back. But again, last thing that we know is that the servers were crashing with a lot of those matches, so it does seem like they are hopefully working on a solution to make sure that we have better servers. The servers haven't been too bad on the PlayStation side. I do hear that the Xbox side is having lots of issues with the servers. Again, I do have an Xbox, but I just haven't went on there because I've been trying to just transition into the PS5 Pro as much as possible. Now, obviously, we can't forget about Universe Mode. Universe Mode this year, it seems to be having issues with the rivalries. I keep getting tagged on X, people letting me know, hey, you know, the rivalries, they're broken. They're not currently working. Now, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm going to drop a Universe Mode setup tomorrow on the channel. I know that that was supposed to come out today if you are on X and follow me, but the patch obviously dropped, so we got something else to go on ahead and talk about. But with Universe Mode, I want you guys to be aware that I do not use rivalries, and I recommend that you don't either, unless you just want to keep track of who's in a rivalry. Use notes, use spreadsheets, use notebooks. I know it sounds crazy, but I'd rather do it that way personally, because I don't really trust the rivalry system to do the rivalries for me. So I know that Universe Mode people are having issues with rivalries, and I know that probably 2K knows it as well, and hopefully they are working on a fix. So that's something as well that we wanted to go on ahead and mention, just give you guys an idea for those that are having issues with Universe. And even the titles floating and the thumbtacks floating, I've seen so many funny clips of that as well, you know, on X with people uploading videos and stuff, and it is kind of funny. Hopefully they do fix that, because sometimes the championship, you'll see that it's like floating off your shoulder, or the mic will be floating as well. Like, there's a lot of issues with the promos and everything when there's a championship belt involved. It seems like they got the promos from last year down packed, but now that the championship promos are a new thing, there are some issues in there as well. Hopefully, throughout the future, we do see some bigger updates, right? Because I know that a lot of people are likely going to be disappointed with this one, because it's just really not that big of an update, and that's completely understandable for those that feel a way about it. But I do think that there is more coming in the chamber. I mean, I just don't think that they drop this and then go away. There's obviously a lot more that they need to fix. There's a lot of little things here and there that are currently broken. I do think that there are lots of things throughout the game, little things that they need to go on ahead and correct, fix, make sure that we have, just a better product in general, because I know that this launch probably isn't the closest thing to what they imagined because of Ringside Pass, because of just MyFaction and the microtransactions and things like that. So things definitely need to change for the better, and a very good patch will definitely, I think, help with a lot of the conversation that's currently around this game at the moment. Because right now I'm at the point where I feel like this is a good game gameplay wise, but there is also lots of things that are not correct in between modes that people feel a certain way about. And that's the reason why I hope that they finally drop something, because I do think that, the rivalry system, and there's a couple more things that could use the work, could use the patch, but mostly right now I am playing online more than anything. So we need those servers to be as smooth as possible. I've dealt with a lot of disconnects and freezing and things like that. Like, just in the middle of a scrapyard match, we seen the game kind of just freeze around everybody. So I am hoping that we do get some fixes for that, and that's continuously worked on, because I do want to be able to play online, and I know that a lot of you want to be able to play online, especially on Xbox, because PlayStation, I've had some issues, but not nearly the amount that people have been reporting on Xbox. Just my 2 cents. I would love for everybody to have a similar experience to what I've been having, because I'm not encountering a lot of the issues that people are talking about with the online, just because I'm on PlayStation. So we'll have to see what happens, man. Hopefully this is not the end. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you guys have been enjoying the content. I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.